I thought this Thanksgiving, instead of doing a traditional spread, I would throw it way back and do an old-fashioned New England Thanksgiving without a single turkey or green bean anywhere, using all kinds of delicious, seasonal, local ingredients. For the main dish for our old-fashioned New England Thanksgiving, I'm going to be making a seafood chowder. It's actually unlikely that the colonists even had turkey at their first few Thanksgivings. It's more likely that they ate something like venison or waterfowl, and I'm certainly not going to cook a duck or a goose. So we're going to go with beautiful seafood chowder with all kinds of local Maine seafood in it. To get started, I'm going to crisp up some bacon and some sprigs of fresh thyme. Okay. Just going to cook it till the bacon gets really crispy. I'll just let that sit a minute. The thyme is going to impart a really nice flavor into the bacon, and I'm going to save some of the bacon for a pretty garnish on top as well. Bacon smells so good, it's browned, it's sizzling, so now I'm going to put it on a paper towel and I'm going to sear some scallops in butter. My butter is melted, so now I'm going to add my scallops. They are patted dry, so I'll get a nice sear on them. I'm using the bay scallops, the small ones, but if you have the sea scallops, you can just cut them into quarters. You kind of want all your ingredients to be the same size, just so it eats better and you don't have huge chunks of one thing and tiny chunks of another. All right, those are looking good. I'm gonna add them to the plate with the bacon, but I'm gonna keep the butter and bacon grease in the pan because that's gonna be the base of my flavor. Now I am adding some chopped celery, some chopped red onion, and some peeled and cubed potatoes. All right, I'm just gonna give those another minute or two to soften up a little bit more. And I'm gonna empty my chicken bowl. I put all the scraps and ends and pretty much everything that we're not using, I put in a bowl for my chickens. They can and will eat almost anything. There's so little that I don't give them. White potatoes, citrus, avocados, those are some things that can be problems for chickens to eat, but other than that, meat scraps, fish scraps, vegetables, fruits, grains, they love it all, and that way they'll have a feast when we're having our feast. So now I'm gonna add some flour, which is gonna be my thickener, so we end up with more of a chowder than a watery soup. I'm gonna stir that in. Then I'm adding some milk. Some heavy cream. And some fish stock. Then I'm just gonna stir it to combine and then put the cover on, bring it to a boil and let it cook for about 15 minutes just to make sure my vegetables are cooked. My chowder has thickened up and it smells really, really good. So I am going to add the rest of my ingredients. So I have some shrimp here and also some whitefish. I have haddock. You could use cod, tilapia, halibut, I guess, pretty much any kind of whitefish. You even probably could use salmon if you are a salmon lover. Season those a little bit. These are gonna cook really quickly, so they don't need but 5 or 10 minutes. So I've got some corn. and my shrimp. And my fish. Just stir that up a bit. And then I'm going to add back my bacon and my scallops. I did reserve some of the bacon to use as a garnish when I put the soup on the table. All right, that looks good. I'm just gonna cook it for another 5 or 10 minutes, bring it up to a boil, make sure everything is fully cooked, and then I'm just going to keep it warm until it's time for dinner. Now I'm just gonna garnish it with the leftover bacon that I had reserved and a little bit of fresh parsley. It smells so good.